On February 1, 2026, Washington resident Pamela Hunt reported her daughter 37-year-old Krista Joy Hunt missing after she had been unable to reach her. Krista was reportedly last seen around January 25. Shortly after the report was filed, investigators immediately began working the case and discovered that Krista had been in a relationship with 42-year-old Juan Manuel Delgado Jr. When deputies questioned Juan about the last time he'd seen or spoken with Krista, Juan told deputies that he had not heard from Krista in 5 days but wanted to return her 2 dogs. He also acknowledged there had been issues in their relationship but claimed they were on good terms. Juan stated the last time he saw Krista was when they were in his truck when it ran out of gas near the Lone Star restaurant in Concrete, Washington. This led to an argument, after which Krista got out of the truck and walked away. But, when they spoke with Krista's mother about Juan's statement, she was in immediate disbelief. And this is when investigators learned that Krista's relationship with Juan had been an abusive one. According to Pamela, in regards Juan's statement, it would have been impossible for Krista to just walk away, as she told investigators that a few weeks prior she had taken Krista to the Cascade Valley Hospital in Arlington, after she suffered a broken leg at the hands of Juan. In fact, she said, quote, she did in fact have a broken leg. She said he had boot-stomped her leg and her chest. She said one time he set a timer and told her he was going to hit her every 15 minutes. Pamela also stated that Krista not only had a broken leg but she was covered in bruises, both new and old. She also had 2 black eyes and had been strangled. The doctors even warned Krista before leaving the hospital that she might not survive another strangulation. 2 days after the missing report was filed on February 3, deputies then went to talk with Juan's mother, Alice. She told investigators that she last saw Krista when she was getting into Juan's truck at a towing company. Shortly after deputies left, Alice had to call 911 herself to report that her son Juan had shot himself in the face at a tavern she was remodeling. EMTs were dispatched and Juan was taken to the hospital in critical condition. On February 4, police searched Juan's home, finding 2 homemade explosive devices, and due to Juan being a felon, he is not allowed to possess a firearm. So on February 5, he was taken into custody for possession of an explosive device and unlawful possession of a firearm and held at the Justice Center. After interviewing everyone closest to Krista, investigators obtained her medical records, connected to the December 2025 hospital visit. Records showed that Krista had told the medical staff that she'd been abused by a known perpetrator when asked if her attacker was known or unknown. Her hospital records showed she had been slapped in the head, choked, kicked, and punched. She also expressed that she had pain in her left chest and right leg. Krista told the hospital staff that she was being choked, and she almost passed out. The records also show Krista reported skin injuries from a lighter being used on her. She also told them she'd been dragged across the road, hit with a belt, and punched in the face. And even with all these injuries, Krista told the hospital staff that she didn't want to report the alleged abuse to authorities. Krista's medical records showed that medical tests conducted confirmed she'd been asphyxiated and had a fracture in her right fibula, some broken ribs, and contusions on her face and legs. Later, investigators also spoke with a paramedic who reported finding a black GMC Sierra unoccupied along State Route 20 on January 26, with its flashers on. They found Juan at the scene, and he claimed he was having car issues, yet he appeared to be wet, according to the paramedic. When he inquired about this, Juan had told him that he'd been washing up in a nearby creek. Investigators also spoke with 2 other witnesses who reported seeing Juan on January 27. They said he was very distraught, crying, and was described as sobbing violently. And he had claimed that while he and Krista were fighting, she got hit by a car. This prompted investigators to continue to search the area near where the vehicle had been stopped, and to also conduct a search on Juan's vehicle. When authorities searched inside Juan's truck, they uncovered possible evidence of violence, including a jacket with blood and hair similar to Krista's in the bed of the truck, along with blood inside believed to be hers, along with a damaged side mirror. Unfortunately, on March 12, 2026, authorities' search for Krista took a grim turn when deputies conducting a boat search of the Skagit River located human remains near milepost 90, just east of Concrete, Washington. 6 days later, on March 18, the Skagit County coroner confirmed the remains belonged to Krista. The autopsy reported Krista had traumatic injuries to include multiple broken or fractured ribs and spinal bones and a broken jaw. The medical examiner had determined a substantial amount of force would have been necessary to break Krista's vertebrae. On March 23, Pamela also confirmed the discovery of her daughter's remains in a Facebook post, thanking search crews and reflecting on the loss, saying, "My daughter Krista Joy Hunt has been found," she wrote, adding that the remains were discovered March 12 near mile marker 90 along Highway 20. "I am so very grateful to all the people involved in her search and recovery." Her mother has disputed the relationship, writing in a post that one was not her daughter's boyfriend. "He was a moment in her life he subjected her to relentless cruelty and nothing else." Following the discovery of Krista's body, police set out to arrest one who had survived the attempt on his own life, but one was already in jail, being held at the Skagit County Jail on unrelated charges when the murder charge was filed. He was already facing charges of possessing an explosive device, unlawful possession of a firearm, and DUI, according to jail records. Based on the autopsy report with the injuries Krista sustained, it is believed that one hit Krista with his car after the two had gotten into an argument and one had beaten Krista. Whether she got out of the car of her own will, or one pulled her out of the car, is unknown, but authorities believe he ran Krista over, then dumped her body in the nearby Skagit River that night. Juan Delgado Jr. is currently being held on $1 million bail and has been charged with second-degree murder.